I've always thought that, even when falling leaves don't come from the same tree, they can still like meteors. You both made a journey through the stars. Both travelers who have landed on a planet that is not your home. Yet, when she first noticed your presence, although she hesitated for a moment, she still chose to walk away, indifferent as ever.
¿Por qué?
Wield immense power. From this day forth, I shall teach you. No one can become a worthy warrior through imitation alone. I have given you fangs and claws.
You wish me to travel the world beyond on my own, Master?
Indeed. Make new friends. Embark on your own journey. We will still have contact through the abyss. But know this. One day, I will take the life you worked so hard.
Why?
I have told you before. Fear is the catalyst for you have tasted loss. You have known fear so deep it can be. But as living beings, we all have an instinct to detach from that which harms us. Yet now, I have bestowed upon you the gift of fear eternal. It will drown you in the nightmare of your childhood.
We've made it quite a ways already. This is Skirk, when she first began training on—
I have set your broken wrist. Tomorrow, you're to train twice as hard. No tears this time. Good. Attempting to garner sympathy through tears is a habit of the weak.
Can I ask a question, Master? Why did you— I keep thinking, maybe it would be better if I had died. I wouldn't be haunted by that fire all the time. I wouldn't have to—
I saved you because I have a plan for you. It has been too long since I fought a battle that demanded my full strength, and I hunger for it. Every so-called genius and prodigy I have faced has crumbled like sand. So, I will teach you everything I know. Train you.
But I don't want to draw my sword against you.
What you want matters little. Among the boundless sea of stars, the cries of the weak are but faint
Yes, Master.
These are Skirk's happiest memory. What a simple and carefree time it was. Wisps of clouds dotted the sky. The sun bathed everything in golden light. And when this is Skirk's homeland. She was so curious about everything as a child. There was so much to discover. The treasures at the bottom of the sea. The secrets beyond the stars. And that merchant ship packed. It was a spaceship. They claimed to be merchants from a neighboring planet, looking to establish trade. Skirk's parents, her relatives, her neighbors, everyone welcomed the newcomers with open arms and allowed them to explore. No one had any idea of what was to come. Several months later, an army of unknown origin arrived without warning. Skirk had skipped school that day, like so many times before, so she was not caught in the immediate wave of destruction. But when she came home that day, countless people cried out to her for help. People she knew and loved. Friends and relatives. The little girl who lived next door. The shop owner. Their lives were discarded like worthless trash as the fire consumed one life after another. Skirk was helpless. If Sertology hadn't been there in that moment, the fire would have claimed her life too. And there she would have remained, left to rot in the scorn. This was happening.
¿Por qué esa gente quería destruir su hogar?
Because she and her people were seen as a threat.
¿Una amenaza?
As the initial merchant ship explored the planet, they discovered that it hadn't always had the condition to support life. Yet there was evidence of further research revealed that, over time, the people of this planet had evolved the ability to. For that reason, the outsiders viewed them as a potential threat, and decided to eliminate them before the threat could rear its head. And so, the army was called, and the so-called danger was wiped from the face of the planet.
Solo por una suposición.
Senseless, isn't it? Deemed a threat because of a gift they didn't even know they had. Perhaps it was their own innocence and kindness that doomed them. If those with power get to decide good and evil, then all you can trust in is the sword in your hand. And so, before death could claim her, she ran. She ran and never stopped.
Por eso se han distanciado tanto del mundo.
No one wants to relive their most painful moments. Skirk is waiting over there. Let's go to her. It's time to fulfill my purpose. And my great... I want someone to witness our reconciliation, even if it takes an argument to get there. And she is the best choice in this moment.
Así que tú eres.
Her suppressed emotional self. The version of herself she keeps locked in the recesses of her mind, stifled by reason. All those rejected impulses, those discarded aspects of your past selves. I am who you used to be. Someone you have refused to face for too long.
You're wrong. I've faced you all along. Your existence makes me weak. Moments of joy and longing are when we are most vulnerable. Don't forget, it was a penchant for goodness over reason that doomed our homeland in the first place. The vastness of the universe renders everything insignificant.
Even so, learning from the mistakes of the past doesn't have to strip yourself of your so-called weaknesses. Emotions like kindness and empathy, and what—
The difference is that I'm doing what is right, what is necessary. I allow you to exist, but with limited freedom. That is the greatest kindness. I've shouldered everything you couldn't carry. I rose above the numbness and emptiness, and it was cold, unfeeling reason that brought me this far. It made me—
That is the problem. I want to shoulder those things on the grand scale of the entire universe. Maybe our feelings are vanishingly small, but why should that mean they don't matter? Emotion gives warmth to the cold Think back to those nights of gazing at the stars. Those afternoons of exploring the unknown. Think back and let them grant you peace.
That isn't what we need.
Exactly what we need! Aren't you curious about why recovering your strength has taken longer than normal?
Finally, you get to the important part. That is the—
Then look around. Look at your inner... You cast aside your dreams and curiosity. And in doing so, you lost your original motivation. You severed all connection. Now, the only things driving you forward are fear and survivor's guilt. But these cannot take you far enough.
And do you think that means I should seek help from a weak little thing like you?
Tu lado emocional no es débil. El hecho de que tan ceñida el tiempo y se liberara de sus ataduras para venir a enfrentarte a ti es prueba de ello.
Thank you for saying that. I knew bringing you here would be the right choice. To be honest, I'm not here to argue with you. This isn't about who's right or wrong. And in fact, I agree that in order to make it through the wake of that tragedy, But what is right at one point in time isn't always right forever. I know you will never forget that fire. I know the fact, and I know that among the voices that haunt you, mine is there too. Because deep down, all those unfulfilled hopes are like knives to the heart. And I don't want you to hurt anymore. So even...
I keep thinking, maybe it would be better if I had died. I wouldn't be haunted by that fire all the time. I wouldn't have to go on like...
Your dad and I, we're not afraid to stare death in the face, but we...
I'm sick of being a kid. There's so many amazing...
I remember. There was a song Mom and Dad always sang when we went out to fetch dancing water. The sand along your path is begging for your song and movement. Will you carry this burden with you on your journey? I am not the dancing water, and you are not the burdensome sand.
Thank you.
I should be thanking you.
Run, Skirk, run! Remember, leave no one alive!
Heed my words, Skirk. Let fear take root in your soul.
Did you survive? Why was it only you?
Skirk, did you become a positive light in this world?
Hey, this doesn't have to be the end. Life is a gift. Don't let darkness claim it.
So, you saw my memory. I once asked my master if survival of the strongest was the law. He said no. But in a world without order, those with no moral boundaries tend to be the ones who survive.
La fuerza nunca puede sustituir a la justicia.
That's why, after hearing his answer, an idea that, one day, I would create a new world order. One in which there would never be another tragedy like that fire. One in which... But that means I must defeat him. Because my master, Sertologi, is, at the core, a defier of all rules and order.
Parece que tienes mucho trabajo por delante.
Yes, and not just because of the gap in our abilities, but also although his decision to train me was not made out of kindness, he did everything a master should. He saved my life, taught me the sword and the principles of strength. And for that, I respect him.
Pero tarde o temprano se enfrentarán.
I know. And it's not something I want. But Master never goes back on his word. He's no longer into that. But he sends me messages through the abyss every now and then. Most of them are simple greetings, or an answer to one of them. Every time I hear from him, my heart skips a beat. And I wonder if this is the moment where he'll finally appear before me and tear down everything I've built to... Maybe that means I do live in eternal fear. Just like he said. Yes, I respect him, but I'm also afraid of him. And for that, I don't know what Master has planned, but I have to be ready.
Si ese día llega, te ayudaré.
Help me? Why?
Porque creo que las buenas y justas acciones no son cosas de una sola persona. Si todos estuvieran dispuestos a esforzarse por ello, un día Nabonaku viniera a todo el universo.